Hi folks, Tyler Capozzi here today with the Logitech G810 Orion keyboard and G602 wireless mouse. Now I came from the flat aluminum Apple keyboard as well as the Magic Apple mouse, but I was wondering with those, I wonder if I could be a little more efficient and a little faster in my edit if I was using a gaming keyboard and a gaming mouse. So I decided to upgrade both to the Logitech mouse and keyboard. Since you have the ability in the Logitech software to change the color of the keys, what my goal was to group the keyboard shortcuts into various categories. Green is navigation, red is cutting and deleting, orange is selection, and blue is manipulation. And what I found was I didn't really gain any speed from having those keyboard shortcuts grouped into color codes, because my brain didn't really have time to register, oh, that color is red, or oh, that's orange. I was so used to using the keyboard shortcuts that it just immediately went to the key without even thinking about what color it was. So I didn't gain any speed advantage by doing the color coding. Where I did find it advantageous was to have the LEDs. If I was working in the dark or in a dimly lit environment, it was tremendously helpful to have those LEDs lit up in the keys. Inside of the Logitech software, you have full control over every single key. You can make any key, any color, and you can adjust the LED intensity. There are also a wide variety of presets and effects built into the software, which are pretty cool, and you can customize them. I got the Logitech mouse because I wanted something that was a little more formed to the natural curve of my hand while I was using a mouse. With the Apple mouse, it was just so incredibly sleek. My hand wasn't really coming in contact with it on the surface of my palm. But with the Logitech, it's much more rounded, so your palm's in contact with it pretty much the whole time. So I found that you can have better form and your wrist is straight while you're using it. As far as the speed and efficiency of using the mouse for editing, you can reprogram all of the buttons built into the mouse. The big two for me were the up and down arrows. I simply reprogrammed those to be the same as pushing up and down on the navigation keypad of the keyboard, so that saves my left hand from having to trip over there. So that saved me a little bit of time, and I also lost the ability to do scrolling right and scrolling left with the Apple mouse, but I simply reprogrammed those buttons to be on the side of the Logitech mouse. So I now have up and down arrows and side scrolling, as well as the normal scroll wheel. Inside of the Logitech software, you have the ability to reprogram all the buttons to do whatever function, command, or button press you want. You can check your battery life, adjust the DPI and sensitivity of the mouse, and several other features. I did find that I was getting a little bit better battery life out of the Apple mouse than the Logitech. The Apple mouse lasted me about a month and the Logitech a little bit less than that. Also with the Logitech, I did notice that it started getting kind of flaky towards the end of the battery life. Signal was getting a little bit intermittent, so you did have to replace the batteries a little earlier, whereas with the Apple mouse, it was pretty much right until it was dead. It worked with a normal connection and it was stable. So would I recommend either of these for video editing? Well, yes and no for the keyboard. I would not recommend it for the color coding aspect unless you're new, a beginner, or you're not really familiar with the shortcut keys and you do want to color code them. I would recommend it, however, for the LED aspect of it, especially if you're working in a dark environment. The mouse I would recommend over the traditional Apple mouse, just even if it was only for the better posture that you get out of it, but also having the ability to reprogram all those buttons to whatever command or function you want is tremendously helpful and gives you a lot more efficiency and speed when you're editing. So I hope you found all of this helpful. Feel free to ask any questions in the comment section below. Thank you again for watching. I'm Tyler, and I'll see you next time.